We have every right to detain somebody when we're investigating suspicious persons found in suspicious places.
I'm waiting for. I've told you what I'm doing.
Well,
you do
let's go to jail. Let's just go to jail.
What do you want to go to jail for?
Because I want to make more money. Because you guys are holding me illegally. I'm tired of this already. I want to go to work or go to jail so I can make more money that way.
Buddy, this is a lot of attention in front of my house. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just wondering why all this attention in front of my house. I don't feel.
Most people trust the police to keep their communities safe. However, sometimes those meant to uphold the law are the ones breaking it. In this video, a dangerous abuse of power comes to light when stalker cops get busted on camera during their crimes. What they thought they were doing in secret was actually being watched and recorded by someone who refused to stay silent. Here's how it all unraveled.
I don't, sir.
You don't?
No, sir. What do you need ID for?
Huh?
What do you need ID
Because
for?
we're investigating something. Well, okay? Put your
to do with me?
Put your phone on the.
Wait a minute.
No.
On August 6th of 2024 in Shenandoah, Texas, officers Brockhost and Bauer received a call about two homeless guys near Davis Memorial Drive. There was no description, no witnesses, no crime reported, yet sirens blared and the cops showed up like something serious had happened. Because in America, walking down the street while looking poor apparently made you a suspect.
Sidewalk, across the street. This ain't a kid.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, how you doing? Where are you staying at?
Staying in Galveston area.
In Galveston? Yeah. Are you with that guy over there? That guy.
You pulled it over?
Yeah. You know that guy? No? Well, where are you coming from right now?
I'm coming from trying to do a video shoot.
Trying to do a video shoot? Where at?
Well, we haven't got started yet. We're waiting for the crew to get ready.
The officers approached James, who was simply standing in front of a hotel waiting for an artist so they could shoot a music video. Of course, his biggest crime, waiting, suddenly turned into suspicious behavior. Without a single solid reason, they began questioning him like they had just caught him with a crowbar and an open trunk. But hold on, the real show is just getting started.
Are you staying around here?
I'm staying in Galveston. I'm over here trying to...
You're staying in Galveston?
I'm a little near Galveston, Freeway exit 45 South. I'm over here trying to get a video shoot done this morning.
You're what?
Trying to get a video to shoot done this morning.
You have ID on you?
I don't, sir.
You don't?
No, sir. What do you need ID for?
Huh?
What do you need ID
Because we're investigating something. Okay? Put your
to do with me?
Put your phone on the.
Wait a minute.
No.
I'll set it down.
Hey.
I'm not trying to resist.
I know you're not.
Why are you breaking my phone? I'm not
Dude, I'm going to give you a pat down.
Okay,
because you're carrying around a stick back here.
Yes, I pulled a stick. I was going to give it as a gift. Look, this guy's been stalking me all night. Circling me. What's the matter?
We can do this the hard way.
You don't got to do no hard way.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I ain't doing nothing.
Well, we don't know that.
Sidewalk filming.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look at the truck.
So you ain't got any ID on you?
No, sir.
You're staying in Galveston.
When the man said he was from Galveston, they looked at him like he had come from Mars. Apparently, taking an Uber an hour and a half from another city was now some kind of offense. His answer, that he came to film a music video, didn't satisfy their craving for a dramatic story, but these officers were ready to do whatever it took to twist the situation in their favor.
Okay.
My wallet was stolen.
Relax.
I'm good.
Okay. I'll tell you what's going on here.
What's going on?
Okay. We got two guys seen trying to get in trucks.
Okay.
So
I got video footage.
Don't know that.
That's why my phone is.
That's why we're here.
My phone shows everything I've been doing.
So you're not staying in any hotels here?
I was not too long ago, but right now I'm over here to meet the artist that's supposed to be playing guitar.
How did you get here?
I took an Uber.
You took an Uber all the way from Galveston?
The Freeway exit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have any ID. What's your name and date of birth?
Sir, I'd like to plead the fifth on anything that's that's the Fourth Amendment right there.
So right now,
I haven't broken the law.
Right now you're going to be detained, okay, until we figure out what's going on.
That you can do that, but you can't be illegal. Color law, you're acting against the proper procedures.
James didn't have an ID, so the decision was made, pat-down search. When that alone is enough for a physical inspection, you know you're in the land of the free, but only if you're rich, right? James tried to explain, even said he had video proof on his phone, but of course the officers ignored it. After all, why simply check a video when they could detain a man for nearly 2 hours and play FBI in a parking lot?
I ain't done nothing wrong. You can't say that I have.
No.
You didn't take yourself
So,
serious.
I think it.
Make more sense.
Yeah.
So why don't you see that?
We have every right to detain somebody when we're investigating suspicious persons found in suspicious places.
I'm waiting for. I told you what I'm doing.
Don't make any sense. It kind of don't make any sense because if you're from Galveston, you're not going to take.
Near Galveston.
Okay, it's still. I don't care where you're from. Friendswood. That's like an hour and a half.
I'm taking an Uber.
That's like an hour and a half away.
I'm taking an Uber. I'll tell you straight up.
We're trying to figure that out.
My mom's car got impounded down here, which I was going to be using because my Mercedes was stolen. Okay. We came down here to get out of the impound yard, and it was taken back to a different.
Do you even know where you're at? What county you're in?
In Montgomery.
Montgomery?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The questioning continued. Where was he from? What was his name? Where was he standing? Even though the man kept saying he hadn't done anything. The officer insisted he had the right to detain him because he looked suspicious, while James tried to invoke his constitutional rights. But hey, he forgot one small detail. Constitutions don't apply when the patrol has an ego problem.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You're far away from home.
I'm working.
Okay.
What are you doing here? You're working, right? I'm not trying to be smart ass. I'm just saying I'm here waiting.
I'm out here doing my job.
Yes, so am I.
Okay.
My camera right.
I don't know that.
You can see it though.
But you're being really evasive.
No, I'm being.
You can't even give me. You can't even give me ID.
You have no reason to ask me for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do.
What's the reason?
So
I'm walking down a sidewalk.
I'm investigating suspicious person.
My phone. I understand that.
Looking in trucks, possibly breaking into trucks.
Right there, my camera's filming every minute I've been out here. Every minute's right there. Proof. You can look at it. If you don't want to look at it, that's your choice.
Okay.
You're just accusing me for no reason.
No, I'm not accusing you.
It's all proof right there. I'm telling you right now. You got to be detained illegally, but I ain't done nothing wrong. I'm telling you, my proof. It's on my phone. I got to open up.
Then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I got nothing to worry about.
Okay, but I'm gonna find out who you are.
Undercover law.
I'm gonna find out who you are. No, I'm not.
Find out who you
No, I'm not.
James kept saying he had everything on camera and even offered to show them the footage. Naturally, they refused to look because if they watched it, they'd have to let him go. That would ruin all the fun of harassing him. Instead, we got passive aggression and a dumb comment. You've been watching too much YouTube. Nah, man, he's just been watching too much of you.
I've been watching too many YouTube videos.
I got a good lawyer.
Okay, good. Okay.
Why don't you want to look at it? And you know what? Every man you're holding me up for no reason, you're losing quality.
That's good.
So look at that thing. There's your proof. You want your proof? It's right.
The officers whispered in the background that James was a problem because he wouldn't give his info. The irony? A citizen exercising his right not to be bothered without cause somehow became a reason for even more suspicion. When refusing to give up your rights turns into evidence against you, it's clear this wasn't an investigation anymore.
Eric, I'll be back. I'm going to talk to them. Yeah, go ahead.
Over here in the work van, been there for a bit. Then a guy walked by about 5 minutes ago. Sort of matching the description of the old guy. She didn't give me much, but about his height with a black backpack. About all she had.
The guy that I'm out on, he don't want to ID himself. What's his story?
I was trying to get info from her.
Where's she at?
He was back in the gazebo smoking and then was just happened to be
This
walking
guy?
over here. Yeah, that's according to him, but I think he's refusing to give his info to Jim.
Oh yeah, same with this one over here, his buddy.
The lady over in the green or the van.
Where's he saying he's from? Where are you from?
The most interesting part is that the officers already decided what would happen to this man long before they even arrived. If that weren't the case, they would have been open to the idea that their investigation could go in another direction. Instead, what followed was them searching for excuses to justify their behavior.
From South Houston? This dude's saying he's from like Galveston, like that one.
The lady was saying about 3 minutes ago, whenever I walked up to her, because I was checking these cars, a guy taller, per the description she gave than him, walked by with a black backpack. That's about all she was able to give me.
He's got
Yeah, I know. He's got one too.
He's got, yeah.
But figured he might have some height on this dude. But from what it sounds like, she didn't get a very good look.
So
20 or 30. Hold it for me. I'll grab it here in a second.
the person, is she inside that saw this?
She's on the other side of this work truck.
Okay.
There's a van with the door open.
Okay. Hey, did you see somebody trying to break into cars? Two guys?
The officer asked around for the woman who supposedly made the call, hoping that she saw two white males trying to break into trucks. However, no surprise, no woman, no witness. The description didn't match, and the suspect was literally filming a music video. And still, the officers weren't satisfied. When the facts didn't fit the fantasy, they just kept pushing the fiction.
No? How long you been sitting out here?
Probably about 2 hours, almost 2 hours.
You been sitting out here 2 hours?
Yeah.
Are you staying here at the hotel?
No, I was supposed to be somebody here, but that didn't happen. I was supposed to take care of
You didn't see two white guys around here?
No.
Walking around?
I get in the car here and somebody come and...
Did they leave?
Yeah, he left.
Okay.
But
All right.
I gotta go quick.
Hey,
Hi, how's it going?
did you see two guys trying to get into trucks?
I told you, I didn't see them. I saw them, I'm walking by, but the guests reported it to me. The thing is that they were trying to mess with this two in the white spot.
Which one?
He said, like, these cars right here,
Can you review? Can I?
I can't see it because
Just a reminder, while the officers were busy trying to force witnesses into existence, the real criminals were still out there. But of course, in their minds, there was no chance a man who took a long Uber ride might be just someone working hard, because apparently making an effort is now suspicious. It's amazing how ambition looks like a threat when you're wearing blinders.
it's a blind spot. However, I did see the male that you caught. I saw him, like, walking around earlier.
Which one? I got two of them. And
The one that I
they're
don't
saying
like
they
is-
don't know what we're talking about. And let me see if we can play it and see if I can get them together.
Right. I did see him walking around and stuff, but it got busy at some point in the morning.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. But then the guest approached me himself. Was like, he looks really like you're trying to mess with the doors. And I can't see him. Give me one.
Let's see. If we can just, if I can just see them walking through the parking lot, see which way they come from.
Okay, so it's...
Okay, there's one. Okay. Let me
me
see. Okay, that's the one they got. Okay, there's another one. Let's see here.
At this point, the hotel staff tried to show the footage to the police, but even they weren't sure what they were looking at. A woman from the hotel said she saw someone walking, maybe touching doors, maybe not. In other words, nothing solid. But still, let's watch the footage and pretend this investigation was actually trying to justify a decision they had already made.
And I was like, are you sure he doesn't have a key or anything? Maybe he's just like left himself. And I was like, no, it looked like we're messing with the door. I was like, okay, sorry. Because he was outside, so he saw me in person.
6024 checking over.
And then they were walking around.
Does he come back by or anything, or?
Give me 1 second. Let's see.
I'm on. Yeah, I'm on.
You want them trespassed from the property?
You want them trespassed from the property?
Yep. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it's clear.
Because I had seen it like since early in the morning, and I saw him walking around, but I thought it was a guest because it's early in the morning and people were walking dogs and stuff. So you could never know.
After 10 minutes of staring at blurry pixels, they decided to issue a criminal trespass warning to the man. Why? Well, for absolutely no concrete reason. The only thing the hotel had was a vague feeling that someone maybe looked like a homeless person, which apparently is enough to remove someone from a public space in America. When you're not guilty of anything, they just make something up.
So they were over here on that side.
It was supposed to be on this side. And it was like
Okay,
since early in the morning. See them?
Okay. I see one. I'm not seeing the other guy that I got.
This is the only one I noticed, but he said 2, and because they were here, I couldn't really see the other one. So
do you know where that person's at that saw that?
I hope he's around, but I think he went to work. Yeah. I can, hold on 1 second. Yeah, this is when I noticed him, but I thought it was just a guess.
Yeah.
He said that they looked homeless.
Yeah.
So they've been hovering around, seems like.
Man, if I can catch my guy.
James, still calm and composed, showed his phone and offered proof of what he was doing, and just as expected, the police ignored it. Their mindset was simple. If they looked at evidence, they'd have to let him go. That wasn't an option because that would mean admitting they were wrong. Admitting a mistake? Well, not in this department's training manual.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not seeing him with him. Looks like, unless he's just hanging out over here. Then I'm not seeing my guy, the one that I caught.
If you want, you can.
Yeah.
Can I help you with anything?
What does that matter?
Just having a conversation.
Listen, I don't want to have all this conversation for no reason. You guys are picking on me because I'm walking down the sidewalk. I'm telling you right there, my camera tells you that I'm not the guys you're looking for. You don't want to look at it, that's your choice.
How do you...
Under color law, right now, you're detaining me illegally. I'm telling you, you're detaining me illegally. And you know what? Every minute you're holding me up for no reason, you're losing qualified immunity. So look at that thing. There's your proof. If you want your proof, it's right there.
Eric, I'll be back.
That red truck's been going by me, searching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
The man tried to explain that he was a 55-year-old businessman, a music promoter, with a proof of everything on his phone. He offered them all the material, but they kept playing the game of I won't look, because then my story falls apart. They even had the nerve to tell him he looked like someone. Based on what? Shirt color or skin color?
I don't know what he's doing. I think he's a little bit nuts. About the girl, the guy that I just showed you in the red truck, that with the SUV, he's in love with the stepdaughter of the guy I'm waiting for. It's all right there. Everything's right there. If you don't want to look at it, that's y'all's choice. But you're holding me illegally, I'm telling you, the proof's right there.
Matching the description of the old guy.
And you're totally destroying qualified immunity because I'm giving you an opportunity to look.
Uh-oh.
You are. Look at the phone.
Hold on. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh what?
You're matching the description for it.
Really? Look at my phone. It's proof. Uh-oh. Right there. My phone is still filming you right now. Uh-oh. I'm gonna tell you. If you guys don't look at the phone and see what I've been doing and release me, you're losing your pension. I'm gonna go after you, your county, your chief, your department. I'm not playing with this stuff, man. I'm a 55 and come on, hurry up, wake up, wake up.
Where'd you get dropped off at?
Right there at the A-loft. That's where he's staying.
Well, what's his name?
Too many questions. It's none of your business. What's your boss's name?
Who, him?
What's your best friend's name?
I don't have a lot of friends.
Why are you asking me all this stuff?
Well, his name is Sergeant
Identify yourself.
Brockhoff.
I want to see where you live. I'm not trying to be smart ass.
Where I live?
You're picking on me.
Why would I tell you where I live?
Why would I tell you? You got no right to ask me.
I'm asking you how you made it up here.
What is that? Your business? How did you get to work today? I'm not trying to be smart ass, but come on, man.
I got my truck and drove.
I'm 55 years old. I'm old enough to be your dad. Okay? I've got children your age. Well, you look good for your age then.
How old do you think I am?
About 35.
37.
Well, there you go. Look, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, man, but this is just BS.
If you still think the officers were just doing their job, you're mistaken. I mean, just look at how confident they acted, even though deep down they knew they were wrong. But they were just the kind of cops who believe they can do whatever they want without facing any consequences.
Waiting to go to work.
Okay, who are you going to work with?
It's all on my phone right there.
Okay.
I've been texting and saying, get them up, wake them up, take them on, tell them to come on.
What kind of work were y'all going to do today?
Video shoot, I've already said that 10 times.
I didn't hear what you said to him.
Yeah, you're just harassing me, man. Come on now.
Why are you so worried?
Because you're detaining me for no reason. You're holding me against my will. You're kidnapping me right now. The minute you put me in the car and move me, you're kidnapping me because you got no right to have these handcuffs on me. None. I haven't done nothing wrong. You ain't seen me do nothing wrong. No one's called in on me. I'm waiting to go to work.
Why would someone call in on someone?
That's right. Why would they? So I know. No one's called in matching me.
Why do you think we're here?
That red guy thinks I'm after that girl, and I'm not. I done told him I don't care about that girl. She's crazy. I need their dad. You look at my phone, you can see where I'm telling him that, her that, all that. So send your dad out here to wake him up when he. I said, in fact, the last person I said, look, I'm tired of waiting. When he wakes up, tell him to call me. I said he's gonna blow his opportunity to be on radio here in Conroe.
Dang. Yeah, I'm only seeing one guy on here.
I can't even help you with the other one.
Yeah.
I never saw it. He just said 2, so that's why I repeated what he said exactly.
Now I don't want to hear no more, and I'm pleading fifth. Until I invoke my Fifth Amendment.
You just did.
You're trying to attack my Fourth Amendment with my identity for no reason.
The officers, like wannabe lawyers, rambled something about a Terry stop and tried to sound legally informed, all while blatantly violating the Constitution. They still ignored the footage James kept offering to prove his innocence because clearly their goal wasn't to find the truth, it was to keep him detained at all costs. And with every word, they dug themselves deeper into hypocrisy.
Let's just go to jail.
What do you want to go to jail for?
Because I want to make more money, because you guys are holding me illegally. I'm tired of this already. I want to go to work or go to jail so I can make more money that way. I'll make a lot more that way.
What kind of
what?
What are you going to go to jail for?
I don't know. You tell me.
That's what they're working on.
Well, let's get it done then. Take me to jail. We'll talk about it later.
I never said I was taking you to jail.
I want to go to jail. You don't continue to hold me, or just take me to jail.
Well, we got to figure out who you are first.
Well, you can figure out who you are. You'll violate my rights. That's even better. Violate me. It's 2 strikes. Violate me. It's 2 strikes.
What was the first one?
You're holding me against my will, and y'all patted me down. Well, probably Terry stop, whatever. But you know what? You're violating me. You're holding me against my will for no reason.
So didn't see the actual. Yeah, Shady. Y'all's guy was over there hanging around that silver.
The officers kept suspecting the man without any real evidence. They talked about some movements in the parking lot, but still had nothing solid. James once again offered the video that clearly showed what he was actually doing, but they stubbornly refused to watch it. Because when your ego is bigger than your understanding, the truth just gets in the way. Easier to keep him in cuffs than admit you were wrong.
Chevy Silverado over there. But it doesn't see him. The doors are locked. But he's walking around the parking lot, and then my guy was over there at the little pavilion probably.
Yeah.
So when y'all pass by, he goes walking. I don't see how Patrick didn't see him.
Yeah, I saw him. I came from here. I was at work.
And so he comes from, I think he hides behind the dumpsters over there. And then he comes across the street, starts walking that way, and then I guess that's when he turns around and comes back this way playing stupid.
My guys from 911 will identify themselves.
Yeah.
I've been searching names and tattoos like crazy on my guy. I can't find nothing. I'm like, that's shady.
APHIS?
But if they want to trespass him.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay.
This is literally holding me for no reason, but I'm telling you, damn video's right there.
The farce known as criminal trespass began. The problem? No one ever told James to leave. And the law clearly says you must be warned first before a trespass notice can be issued. Still, the officers tried to punish him for refusing to identify, even though the law requires a lawful arrest. James basically gave them a free legal lesson, but it was all in vain.
So you record everything you do?
All the time.
So there's how many videos do you have on
Thousands.
that sucker?
Well, as many as they automatically upload. You can look at it. You can see what it's been filming. I don't know why you haven't. It don't make no sense. If you know something's going on and you think someone's guilty of something, and they're telling you they've been filming for the last couple hours, why don't you want to look at it? That doesn't make sense. That's literally holding me against my will for no reason at all. When you have proof that you got the wrong guy and you don't want to look at it, you're doing that on purpose. You're not looking at it on purpose. I mean, you know, I know you know your job well enough to know what you're doing is wrong.
How?
You're working under the color of law, and you're detaining me for no reason. Got no reason to do it. No one seen me do nothing. I got proof that I ain't done nothing. It's all right there. You don't want to look at it. You're doing it unintentionally. I know you're probably doing what your sergeant says, your lieutenant says. I get that.
Yeah, there's. You identify yourself. Then you have.
I don't have to identify myself unless you have placed me under arrest.
I'm not going to sit here.
Really? Because I'm going to sit here with my lawyer here in a little while.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You know that's private property, right?
Listen. You have to ask me to leave. I know all those laws. I know. I told you I was thinking about becoming a.
Technically.
Listen, I just sold a $1 million piece of property. Well, I know the laws of trespassing. Well, you have to be asked to leave. No one's asked me to leave. I left already. I'm already gone from there. I'm not on that property. I'm across the street.
You're halfway right.
That's right. I know I'm right about all of it. And everything on me, I got everything on my phone that shows everything I've been doing. And that's proof.
It wasn't here, okay?
My phone was, and it's recording live right
this
now.
Hotel,
No one complaining about me.
that seen that guy lifting on.
The discussion turned into a cat and mouse game. Attempts to force a fingerprint, shoving, and physical pressure. James stood his ground, telling them they hurt his finger, but they didn't care. They acted like they were above the law, knowing they rarely face consequences. But they forgot one crucial thing: the camera was still rolling, and it wasn't theirs. And it wasn't for their YouTube.
Looking in vehicles.
I guarantee you're wrong, you're lying.
Okay.
They're lying or you're lying. My proof's right there. Video don't lie. Video don't lie. The only vehicle I looked in was the guy was following me around. I told him to leave me alone.
It's okay. You're real good. You're real good on the law, right?
I am good on the law.
You do know
the
what
law that protects me. I don't do anything I know
Can
that
I
will give me
say
a trouble.
something?
You know, if you're going to tell me something that I did wrong, I didn't. I know what I did.
You know what? The difference between reasonable suspicion and probable cause?
Probable cause is a reason to stop and talk to me. Reasonable suspicion is a reason to detain me. There's no suspicion. There's no suspicion of mud. I'm walking down the sidewalk, you stop me.
Probable? So, back to my first question. Probable cause and reasonable suspicion. Do you know the difference?
What's you guys' RAS for stopping me? You think just because someone called, said they see me, y'all see me sitting on a bench? That's all that's on that video.
Well, here we go. We're going to do this.
Fantastic.
APHIS.
I'm not doing no fingerprinting. If you do, you're violating my Fourth Amendment. Because I ain't broke no law. You don't need ID for asking somebody to leave. Ask me to leave. I'm already off the property. Don't make me rich. I promise you.
This is a criminal trespass warning. This
Warning.
is what I'm giving you.
Yes, sir.
So if we catch you back on the property,
I don't need to go.
James repeated there was no legal basis for the arrest. He wasn't on private property, he was standing on a public sidewalk. The officers ignored that, now clearly just scrambling to find anything that could justify the last 2 hours of abuse. But the harder they tried, the more they tripped over their own lies. The real mystery, do any of them actually know the difference between public and private space?
I'm already gone from there. I was, but they don't really ask me.
Come on.
I'm not fingerprinting. You fingerprint me, I'm going to have you guys. I'm going to have your job. I don't know about your job, but see if you don't pay. You going to break my fingers? They're pulling on my fingers is extremely difficult. They're trying to ID me against my will. Sir, you're working under color law. You're working under color law and you're breaking, you are violating my civil rights.
So if you refuse,
I'm not refusing.
If you
forcing me
refuse,
against my will.
we're going to be taking you to jail.
Take me to jail. Take me to jail. I refuse. Take me to jail. I refuse. He's trying to break my finger. Trying to break my finger just to get an ID when he don't have no right for an ID. I'm on a public sidewalk. You got no reason to bother me. I'm not doing it, man. You want to break my finger? Go ahead. Well, I'll go to jail. My camera's still filming right now.
So is mine.
That's right. You're trying to force my finger up. I'm not doing it. All right. You want to take me to jail? Let's go to jail.
Yeah.
Give me baby rich. There ain't no reason for it. You don't know the law, you're going to call your supervisor. If you don't know, well, then why don't you know what you're doing? Think about it. You have no reason to ID me.
Sit here and argue with you.
Well, you don't know that trespassing, you have to ask them to leave first. You can't criminal trespass until you ask them to leave, they come back. I'm not even on the property. They filming nighttime with their daylight shoot. Come to music video.
The officers finally gave up the circus act and arrested him without a single legal reason. They knew they weren't allowed to, but still slapped the cuffs on him. In their world, if you don't know the law, use force. And if you do know you're wrong, blame the victim for keeping us here. Classic gaslighting, wrapped in a blue uniform. And now the real fight for accountability begins.
Come on, boss.
It doesn't have to be this hard.
Why is it this hard then?
Hey, I told you what was going to happen.
Fair IDs only can be applied when, if you arrest me, then I'll ID myself. Under threat of arrest, I will ID myself. Is it too late?
Hey,
all right. So I'm under arrest for what? What am I under arrest for? You can't arrest somebody for failure to identify. You can't. That's the secondary offense. How are you going to arrest somebody for a failure to identify when you got no reason to arrest them? I don't have to identify myself if I'm not under arrest. You're not. We are going to get somewhere. You're
Spread
working
your feet.
color law. You know I'm right. You're called your chief or your sergeant, your lieutenant. I will. Really? Is it?
Nobody harassing you.
You're not harassing me.
No.
Why am I in cuffs?
Huh? Because we got a call here.
I'm on public sidewalks. How am I being trespassed?
We got a call on you
and
your buddy.
There, and I left.
Okay.
I'm coming to see if I can get a hold of this guy. Come on, man. You know your job. You know you can't arrest me for fake ID until you have a reason to arrest me. What's your ass?
Hey.
Come on, man. This is ridiculous. You're holding me up for no reason. The longer you keep me, the longer it's going to...
You're holding us up.
Am I?
Yeah.
That look like a criminal to you?
You're holding us up.
And now comes the best part. They took him to jail in Conroe, but the jail refused to take him. There was no legal basis. So what did our heroes do? They released him. Not where they found him, no, 2 streets away. No apology, no ride back, just dumped like trash from the backseat. A humiliating end to a humiliating ordeal. The perfect final act in this police farce.
So I have the cuffs off now, you know my criminal?
No, once we get in your car, you go in the back of my car, you're in cuffs. But once we get out of the gate, you're gonna be free to go. All right, hop out.
Now that I'm a free citizen, after you take my cuffs off, can we go get the guy who's harassing me?
I'll tell you what, man, if you want to, you can come to the PD, man, you can file a report with us. It'd be helpful if you can get like a license plate, something like that. Well, then make sure you don't lose it. And you can, yeah, you can come file a report.
You happen to have an extra bottle of water?
I do not, man. That last one I was sipping on was my last one. The last one. I got it. Everything's in your bag.
In the end, as they removed the handcuffs, James asked to report the real man who had been following him, but of course, they were no longer interested. They were done playing. And that's how this episode ended. An innocent man harassed, humiliated, and dumped on the street, while stalker cops get busted on camera during their crimes. But if you thought these officers were bad, wait until you see the next case. An officer approached a citizen who had been quietly sitting in his car for hours. Not because he did anything, but because a concerned neighbor decided his very existence looked suspicious. With zero evidence or reasonable suspicion, the police began immediately questioning him and demanding ID, as if sitting in a parked car on a public street was automatically a crime.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm Corporal Blatt with the Millsboro Police Department. The reason why we're making contact, some lady came out to report that you've been sitting out here for over 4 hours.
Okay.
And we're just trying to find out what the deal is, what's going on.
Just sitting here minding my business, not doing anything.
You got any credentials?
I'm not going to provide that, just because of a call. Burnville, Texas.
You told her that you're correct?
Yeah, that's what I told her.
Okay. Do you have any credentials?
Yeah, but I don't want to provide that right now.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Because it's optional, and I just don't want to provide it right now.
What's that?
Because it's optional.
If you have to provide credentials to what you're going on, and you have to report it to the dispatch center that you're out here.
No, but I didn't tell you that I was. Told her I was. I'm not telling you that I'm one.
Well, this is private property, you know.
What is private property?
What is private property?
This roadway here?
The citizen calmly refused to identify himself, fully aware of his rights. The officers then tried to spin a story about private property, even though there were no signs, no fence, nothing to indicate any kind of restriction. In their minds, anything that's not yours must automatically be private. When the law is unclear, they just make it up as they go.
This road is private property.
How is this road private property?
Because it is. It's a development. It's run by the HOA.
Where's the signs that says private property? There's no signs that says trespassing there. There's a public street, and there's no signs that says private parking there or private property. There's absolutely no signs. There's none.
There actually is, probably out in the main entrance.
Where?
So I actually know where the HOA person lives.
Well, over there is probably private property, but not here.
This is a private property road.
This is not a private property road. This is
sir.
accessible from the public. That's the public street there.
It might be accessed from the public, but this is private property.
Well, no one asked me
if HOA run development.
No one asked me to leave. Hey, can I have your name, please?
It's Officer Shockley.
Officer Shockley and Officer Bullock.
Oh, can I get a badge number?
1098.
Can I get a badge number?
1082.
1082, okay.
Their claims that the road was private property fell apart the moment the citizen asked for a sign proving it. Suddenly, everything became probably and maybe. And when there's no legal basis, they shifted to emotional pressure, inventing a story about a woman being scared because she had a child. Because, of course, when the law isn't on your side, just yell, protect the children, and call it a day.
Yeah. So even if it's private property, the owner has to ask me to leave, and this is a public street. I already did a GIS survey. I already did it.
Investigator, we can also remain out here until you're completed your investigation. So
it's a free country. I mean,
you're right.
Of course. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not gonna.
What she's worried about, she has a child that's out here, and people abduct kids.
But did she accuse me of
about that?
Did she accuse me of abducting anyone?
No, but she's worried about it. It's a safety.
I'm worried about a lot of things too, but I don't be calling the cops on people for every little issue. If there's no crime, unless there's a crime, right?
You're right. Yeah. Well, your tag doesn't come back to anything, so I'm going to be running everything else.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what are you investigating?
Huh?
What are you investigating? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't like to identify just because someone calls. You understand that? I just don't like to identify just because someone called. Brunfee, Texas State, absent RAS. There's no probable cause for you guys to get my information. And that's the reason why I don't want to call. I know he's going to probably want some retribution because I know my rights. But I'm not asking that lady to identify. I gave her a courtesy of telling her what I'm doing here when she approached me, and I thought that was the end of it, but apparently not. I didn't have to. I could have stayed silent and not say a single word.
The citizen calmly explained that he hadn't committed any legal offense and that he knew his rights, and that he didn't have to identify himself without legal cause. Yet the officers continued treating him like a fugitive on the run. In their minds, suspicious meant guilty until proven innocent. Everything they did was a demonstration on how to ignore the Fourth Amendment and use force instead of logic.
Right? And it's my right not to identify.
Why she's concerned?
I have a lot of concerns too, but if I'm not breaking the law, right? Should I identify? Should I just give up my Fourth Amendment rights?
Well, no one's asked you for your information.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
That officer did.
Well, you don't have to give it to him.
I know, but you heard what he said just now.
What?
I have your tags. I'm going to run the information. I'm going to run everything. Just because they invoked my rights. You think that's fair? I'm not doing anything
you're parked
wrong.
on a public street.
Yeah. A lot of people parked in a public street. That car's parked in a public street.
You're right. It's a public roadway. So you can park here. We're more concerned about what's going on.
Yeah, but I dispelled your fears.
Yeah,
said
you're right. Okay.
What I'm doing. You guys have the tags, so no, you know, right? And not a single person reported a crime. They're just a suspicious car. Suspicion is not a felony or a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's why we made contact with you.
Exactly. And I'm talking to you, right? I didn't have to say a word. I could have just stayed silent the entire time, but I'm not that type of rude person who just doesn't say anything. We're all humans, right? So I prefer to just...
At one point, the officers even admitted they had no legal basis to demand his ID, but still kept applying pressure. The citizen reminded them that no crime had been reported and that suspicion isn't a criminal offense. Still, a mere presence of a car on a public street was still somehow enough to launch this pointless performance. It's like calling the fire department because your neighbor left a light on.
Communicate a little bit, but I'm not gonna give up my rights just because of her fears. At no point in time did I trespass on anyone's property. I stayed in my car. This is the safest place I can be.
Yeah, and I told you why we made contact with you.
I heard you.
Okay.
I heard you.
So,
yeah, but
do you have any questions?
Yeah, am I gonna be is there gonna be some sort of retribution just because they invoked my rights by this guy here? I understand. You sound reasonable. You sound like a professional, honestly. There are not too many cops who are professional like you and level-headed.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You're right. It seems like you know your laws.
Yeah, I'm very much aware of all of them,
yeah. But no. We're good to go as long as you don't have any more questions.
Yeah. And you can be very fair. I'm not disrespectful to either of you. I just want to invoke my rights and be left alone because...
The citizen remained incredibly calm and respectful, clearly stating he wasn't being rude, he just wanted to be left alone. But the police acted like he needed to be punished for knowing and using his rights. In their world, understanding the law is seen as provocation.
I will try to tell people, okay? If in my neighborhood someone parks a car, they're there for several hours, of course I'd be concerned, right?
Yeah.
But what I would do is just document their license plate number, take a picture of the car, but I'm not going to call the cops on someone for no reason. Yeah. You know, if I see them trying to sneak into someone's property, well, that's a different story, right? But someone just sitting in their cars, you know, I got to understand their fears can't trump people's rights, you know, to just be here on a public street.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I wouldn't do that to your son. I mean, I'm just assuming you have a son or whatever. No matter what color they are, I wouldn't do it. And maybe that's something that people need to be aware of, you know?
Yeah, but you have to understand the day and time we're in.
Listen, it's always been danger from way back then to now. We're in the safest times we've ever been in right now with level of security that we have. Okay,
Yeah.
Things were worse back then. We have a lot of security. There are cameras everywhere. The minute you call a cop,
That
they're here.
doesn't mean things don't happen.
No, things do happen. Don't get me wrong. But nothing is happening here. Right? And things happen everywhere. So we can't be calling you guys for every single little thing. Imagine if everyone did that. You guys would be stretched thin. Right? From one call to the next. To the next, to the next, to the next. Imagine that. We gotta use... We gotta be...
He gave the perfect example. What if everyone started calling the police out of fear without any real evidence? The cops would be chasing shadows all day, and he was absolutely right. Overusing police resources for baseless fears is both dangerous and irresponsible. Sadly, in this case, rational thinking wasn't treated as a virtue, it was treated as a threat.
Rational and think about when we call the cops, man, instead of wasting resources like this. Say, ma'am, hey, do you have the license plate number? We have the tags, and we'll send an officer just to drive by and observe. And I think that's how it should be.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I hope you agree and understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I hear you. But I'm gonna get out of here. Okay.
I appreciate you, man. All right, do you have a car? Can I get a incident, the CAD number? I want to request that 911 call and hear exactly what that person said.
So they came to our police department.
Oh, they actually came all the way there?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, the incident number then, so I can...
Let me go get it for him.
Thank you. Alright. 24. Alright, thanks for your professionalism.
The citizen asked for the incident number so he could request the 911 call record. And here's the irony. He, not the police, wanted to find out what actually was reported. The one who had been doing everything by the book was the man demanding transparency. The police, well, they just shrugged. It's absurd how this man showed more professionalism than those wearing the badges.
I'm surprised she actually went to you guys, because normally I never tell them what I'm doing. I gave her that courtesy and she still went. So you see the reason why I don't talk to them? I don't tell anyone why I'm here. They still call the cops regardless. It's a waste of time. So.
All right. Well, you have a good one.
You too, man.
A lot of attention in front of my house. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just wondering why all this attention in front of my house. I don't feel...
I gave you the courtesy by telling you what I was doing here to dispel any fears, and yet you still went and called the cops on me. You just said you went there. You're the only person who I told what I was doing, so it is you.
No, I told my neighbors that's why you were here, because we've all talked.
Well, I'm not doing anything illegal. And I didn't even have to tell you what I was doing. I could have stayed quiet, left my windows up, and not said a word to you. But I chose to be respectful to you because I saw you had a kid. Let you know why I was here. But still, they called the cops on me. This is the reason why I never tell anyone what I'm doing.
I can't can't speak for what other people do. I wasn't even home. I left and I'm here, and then I got 2 cop cars in front of my house.
Domino effect.
Another officer joined the conversation and casually stated they could have pulled him out of the car and arrested him if only there had been posted signs. It's shocking how easily words like pull him out of the car roll off the tongues of people who are supposed to protect. Instead of empathy, we get the mentality of my little piece of power. Everyone wants to control, but no one wants to learn the law.
I told someone and someone went and reported me. So
That's what a neighborhood does. We take care of each other. Who's
well, you could say, well, here he's here for a good reason. At least that's what he said. Let's just take a picture of his car.
We got little girls, we got kids.
I got kids in my neighborhood too. I don't call the cops on people who park there. And you know what I do? I take note to the car, take a picture and document the license plate number and a watch.
Yeah.
There's no crime until there's a crime.
So what you'll need to do, and here's the problem. This is a private roadway, but the only thing is what he's saying. If the HOA has signs up saying that it's private property,
yeah,
or soliciting, we actually, if we had that up there and signs were on there, we could actually pull them out of the car and lock them up from the truck there.
They can't do that. You'd have to give me the opportunity to leave.
We don't have the signs up there. There's nothing that we can do to take action right now.
The citizen rightly pointed out that he knew the law, understood the procedure, and wasn't required to leave without being first warned. Meanwhile, it became obvious the clueless neighbor had judged him without cause and was now trying to retroactively justify her paranoia. A classic story, fear first, facts later, and unfortunately, this wasn't the end, just another chapter in the same broken script.
Mom, let me tell you how trespassing works. You'd have to give me the opportunity to leave, okay?
Exactly.
And he said he would pull me out the car. You see what?
No, I exactly said.
You see what happens?
We would have to give you the chance to leave.
You see what happened? No, he didn't. What was his words exactly? We could have pulled him out of the car.
Let me.
But I'm just saying, you see why you don't call cops? Because ignorance is bliss, and people like this cause harm to innocent people like me who are doing nothing wrong by pulling me out. And I will sue their department from now till to the end of time, okay? Especially him.
I misstated the term, okay? What I said, we would make contact with you, okay? And then if you refuse to leave, then we would take action.
That is the correct procedure there, not yank me out of the car.
I'm sorry.
All right? There's a proper procedure. I'm very well aware of all the procedures, okay? So that's why certain things can't fly by me. I know my rights.
I just want my daughter to come outside and feel safe in our front yard. That's all I'm asking of you right now. That's the only thing I'm asking is for her to be. This is where they play. There's all this street here. Will you please, with all the courtesy, just move there and you can.
And then what? Have that neighbor call when I'm right down here and you're aware of what I'm doing?
But nobody's outside over there.
What difference would it make if I park on the other side of the street, opposite your house? How does that make you feel safer? Can you just explain that to me?
A neighborhood mother pleaded with the man to move his car because her daughter didn't want to go outside. Even though there was no evidence he posed any threat, his mere presence was enough to spark local panic. He reasonably asked, if I move to the other side of the street, how does that actually solve anything? But the woman had an interesting answer, and not in a good way.
My kid doesn't want to come out. I talked to her about stuff, and it's just...
Mom, please teach your daughter the law and people's rights and tell them I'm not here to cause them any harm, okay?
It's not.
I didn't even want to...
We don't know that. We don't know who you are.
I don't know who she is. What if she has a body in her basement right now? Do you know that?
No.
Okay, I don't know that.
Listen to me as a mom. You see, you're...
I'm a father, okay?
Well then, or
so,
as a father, listen to me as a mom speak. I'm a mom is what I'm saying. I know what you are.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, my child came home and she's got 2 police cars. She's asking me who the car is. She heard me ask you who you were. You said who you were. I've got neighbors calling me, asking me who's that in front of your house, so they think it's me. And I calmed them by saying what it was. Well, nobody wants the girls to come outside and play because of all the wrong in the world. Not saying that you're doing it, but we'd be dumb if we just sent our daughters out here all willy-nilly to be snatched in a car. So now my daughter is nervous to come outside. That's all I'm standing here saying to you now because you're parked here.
Sure.
And that's abnormal.
The conversation took on a philosophical tone. The citizen suggested that parents should teach their children about rights, not paranoia. He pointed out that he didn't know who they were, maybe they were hiding something. The double standard was obvious. They were suspicious of him just for sitting in his car, while their own innocence was never questioned. He was a stranger, and that alone made him dangerous.
For this neighborhood.
It's abnormal for a car to be parked with someone just sitting in the car.
Yes.
Let me ask you.
For 3 hours, yes.
All right, let me ask you a question now.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question now. You know what the Bill of Rights is?
I know exactly what it is.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you should teach your daughters about the Bill of Rights and people's right to do this, okay? And not only that, hold on. The cops came. Whoever called the cops, they came. Would she feel safer now that they came, they made contact, and they're about to leave, and I'm still here?
No,
why wouldn't she feel safer?
Feel uncomfortable because
okay.
There's a man she doesn't know, as far as she's concerned, just sitting in the car for nothing.
You know why that logic doesn't work? Because a lot of cars drive through here.
Just sit there. I'll call them and tell them you're watching, and then they won't do anything, so it'll be a waste of everybody.
I'm not watching at your kids. Are you serious?
The mother kept trying to rationalize the fear. Her daughter was scared. Neighbors had called. Bad things do happen. It all sounded like a movie plot rather than a reason to involve the police. The citizen calmly explained, "You can't turn emotion into law. If every fear justified intervention, we'd be living under constant surveillance, right?" Neighbors started gathering and the tension grew, not because the man was a threat, but because they couldn't just force him to leave, even after he had calmly explained why he was there. It was as if, for one day, everyone wanted a little more power than they actually had. Have you ever dealt with police officers who tried to make your life harder for no reason? Let us know in the comments.
Well, yeah, the roads are owned by us. I mean, they're not deeded to the city, so. Well, I'm the treasurer for the legal board, so you tell me what. Yeah, I don't think you do.
This thing is just perfect.
And then we're going to go back into a parking space. I don't think we have them anywhere else. Okay. So new signage. They already know it's here.
In the end, everything was resolved, but the bitter aftertaste remained. The police knew the citizen was right, yet they still showed up because a neighbor's vague feeling of discomfort had become a green light for intervention. These stalker cops got busted on camera during their crimes, violating someone's civil rights just to justify someone else's emotional comfort. Think this was as bad as it gets? They'll think again. Just when it seems like the bar can't go any lower, another case comes along to prove otherwise. What happened in this video is outrageous, but what you're about to see in the next will seriously test your patience. Don't miss our next video.